We're going to be continuing the tracking mini-series today by diving into free apps, games, and how you're actually paying for them with your own privacy. We'll build on our ad ID knowledge and explain how users can be tracked whether you opt in or out of tracking. If you need to get caught up on that ID, check the description below. That's episode number 1. Are you ready to see the creepy details that companies and app developers are requesting from your device every single day? Some of them are even requesting these details multiple times a minute. I have downloaded the top apps and games from the App Store in order to analyze which ones are spying on you. If you didn't see an app mentioned, but you would like me to investigate it, please drop it below in the comments and I'll take a look. During my investigation, I discovered some common practices. Some of them included hiding the exit button or the cancel little X in the very top corner, even delaying the appearance of it by 5 or 10 seconds, which is totally misleading for new users or somebody who's installed the app for the very first time. Even the power-ups or the additional bonuses that you can get by watching the ads, they have like do you want to 5x the coins that you got? And then there's like a little video button. And say you don't know that that's an ad. You might click on it. You're like, of course I want to 5x my coins. Why? Look at that button. It's so clickable. So you click it and bam. Now you have a full screen ad and you can't exit from it for 30 seconds. But wait, what happens if you press somewhere on the screen? It will open up the Google Play Store, and on there, it's trying to get you to install another game. You might ask yourself, why are they doing this? And it's because they get money if you install them. The more installations that they get, the more money they'll receive. Besides hiding the button to close the ad, I noticed also apps and games requesting to access your storage, your microphone, your camera. You might ask yourself, why do these games need that access? I don't know, that's a good question. Hope they're not doing anything nefarious. Nefarious, you say? Wait till I show you what these games are requesting and what they're sending. So, the first and most often contact company is Google. The second one is Facebook. And that's for good reason, because those two companies, most users will have a Gmail account or a Facebook account, and that way they can track your activity across all devices, and then they can send that back to somebody who can monetize that and sell all of this information, what you're doing, to an advertiser. These companies will start with a request with something like your ad ID, quickly moving to your first and last name, then getting your IP address, gender, device orientation, when you turn your phone on, when you charge the last, what the charge level is, network carrier, rotation data, screen density, available internal storage, CPU data, screen resolution, operating system version, GPS coordinate, external storage, charging status, cookies. It is worth mentioning that even if you do block the domains for fingerprinting and you opt out of ad ID, there's still patterns of usage that can be used to identify you. Better explain this. Imagine that anytime you download an app or a game, you get an elf, and they just sit on your shoulder watching you use your phone. You don't see them, but they're there, and they're just silently talking to the company. And while you're using the app, the elf is on the phone, and he's telling the company what you're doing. He's like, yeah, that looks like a iPhone 13, and it's been, I don't know, it's been more than 24 hours since they turned their phone on. Oh yeah, and this is our exact location. Yeah, all right, and we are on the bus right now, and this is our exact location at this time. And 5 minutes later, we're still using it. This is our location at this time. So say you're commuting to work. This little elf, the whole time, is telling that company where you are while you're using that application. So what are they going to do later? Say you were walking past an ad or a store and you stop to look at something in the display. Your phone Wi-Fi which I covered in episode 1, is beaconing out. The store registers your MAC address. And what happens now? You're gonna get an ad for a dress or for a jacket or whatever you stop to look at a little bit later, because they're gonna pair all of your location data, your MAC address, with your online activity, just because you were playing a game on the way to work. We gotta mention TikTok, because in my opinion, this is some of the best spyware that's been invented to date. Even the guys at the NSO group, who are the inventors of Pegasus 2, were jealous, because while they created a device who can spy on people, the CCP got people to install a device that will not only spy on you, but will win the culture war. You've heard about how TikTok's algorithm is considered the most addictive. That's because they figured out what people really want is to feel like they're getting engagement, like they're getting following, views, and likes, and they do that with bots and troll farms. They give the people a nice warm fuzzy feeling inside, like others care about their content, and that's why they keep coming back to the platform. I don't mean to give you a sinister outlook on freeware, apps, or games, but I just wanted to bring to your attention that in 2019, Google made $138 billion from ads. And in 2020, Facebook generated $86 billion, which is 97% of their revenue for the whole company. Now you can see that these companies are not giving away a product for free. What they're really doing is they're giving away a very addictive product that is disguised as free. But what's happening is they're getting you addicted to these free things. And while you're using these addictive apps or these addictive websites, they're mining you for data. And they're looking at all of those phone statistics that I listed earlier. And you might not care if Facebook knows when you charged your phone last or what your screen resolution is. But in the grand scheme of things, they will not be the only ones who know this. They'll be selling this to data aggregators who are going to build a profile on you. And this is going to help them determine what kind of person are you. Are you a blue bubble person or are you a green bubble person? Do you like PC or do you like Mac? Are you a Tesla guy or are you a Ford guy? All of these data points will be used in order to sell you a future product. Maybe you're a person that doesn't like to pay for apps. Maybe you're a person who doesn't mind clicking the little X or waiting a little longer for an ad to show. But I'm not that type of person. I've gone above and beyond to block ads in every possible way. And once all the trackers and ads are blocked, you can play the game in the way it was originally intended to. Completely ad-free. You don't have to look at ads or click on the little X in between every single level, or get pushed to download TikTok every third level, just so that you can last 30 seconds more. And this is how you can block some trackers on Android. You type this in, get to the download and installation part, then you can click on this, and that will launch a download of the latest APK. From there, all you have to do is install it on your phone, and you're good to go. If you already have DuckDuckGo installed on your phone, you can go into the settings and then down and select tracking protection. Once you've selected the tracking protection, you might have to join a waitlist for the beta. But after you've gotten approved, you'll be able to see this, which is the same thing that I showed earlier in the video. These are the instructions on how to join the waitlist. If you're still watching, I'm very grateful for it. Now I'm going to answer the question that I posed at the start of the video, and it's how are users tracked, even if they opt out of Android ID? Even though they have removed that identifying ID that was paired to the advertisements that were shown on your phone, your habits have not changed. The way that you commute to and from work, the stores that you go to, the people that you talk to, all of those factors are still the same. This is the way that they're going to attribute who you are, because there is so many data points out there already about you in your daily digital life. If you have an iPhone, you're in luck, because that's the next video that I'm making. I'll be talking about how you can identify trackers on iPhones and how you can block them.